Hey everyone, in this video here I just want to talk about creating multiple pieces of content starting from just audio. And also I wanted to share with some ideas with you on where to share that content. Of course we're going to be creating a video, and by default of course we're going to be sharing that on YouTube. That makes sense. That's what most marketers do. I mean, Vimeo is another one. There's a lot of video sharing sites. But I just wanted to show a couple other types of multimedia that we can create stemming from that piece of audio that we create, and the different sites that we can put it on. Now, I, I think that like Alexa keeps track of the top sites on the internet, and I think it's a good idea to put our content in front of the audience on those sites. Like we're already trying to get our content on Google, of course, on Facebook, and of course YouTube we talked about with videos, and if we can get in the Yahoo search engine, great. And live.com, Twitter's another one. If we run a blog outside of our existing blog or outside of our existing website, blogspot.com is a great place to put that. That's a Google property and we can get a lot of traffic there. LinkedIn is another one. Bing.com, of course. And these are the top sites, top traffic sites worldwide, not for any particular country. So WordPress.com, if we had a blog on there, that could benefit us. And if we were selling products, eBay is a great place. Tumblr, that's another place that is recommended to create an account and a mini blog that we can post content to and link back to our sites. Pinterest is another. Maybe we can run ads on Craigslist. If we have a podcast, we could put it on Apple. Blogger.com. AOL. There's a couple more here I want to show you before we move on. SlideShare and SoundCloud are in the top results too, very close to the top for the highest track. There's SlideShare right there, number 130. So that's a great place to share, and we're going to share a presentation on that site. And SoundCloud's coming up. I'm not exactly sure where it is. Let me just go through one more page here. But anyway, it's a good idea to look at the Alexa top sites, even by country, and find out how you can get your content on to these sites. And a lot of them will already be obvious. You're already going to be trying to do that just from your own experience or from suggestions from other people. But this is the reason, is because a lot of the traffic on the internet is going to these sites. Alright, SoundCloud, StumbleUpon, there's another one that we can start posting content to. And if we had a service we wanted to promote, Fiverr is a great place to do that. And of course to find services to promote. SoundCloud, there we go. So it's in the top 250. Okay, so those are the different places. Alexa top sites, so alexa.com, you can find a list of those. Now, here's SoundCloud. Now, I think that if you wanted to just kick back and then just record some audio and without having to worry about what's going on the screen or anything like that, if you start your content production with SoundCloud, that'd be great. You can start a recording right within here, or you can just upload an existing MP3 file, and you can create that MP3 file by just speaking into a microphone and using whatever software exists on your computer. Maybe you might have to download. There's some from sourceforge.net. You can download free utilities to record audio, and that will export it into MP3 format. It's necessary for MP3 format only because what we'll be doing with it later. However, SoundCloud does support other audio formats. So now you can host your audio on here, and then you can embed that audio into other sites. And of course, this has inbuilt traffic. You can title your audio, and it'll have its own page. So organic traffic can filter into the page where your audio is, and you can create descriptions and links within the description as well. And once you have your audio, then you can head over to Bunker, bunkr.me, bunker.me. And with this, they make the claim that they have replaced presentation tools. So this is a cloud-based tool to create presentations. And what you can do is export those presentations into a couple different formats. PDF for one, and also to a PowerPoint file. And once those are exported, then you can share them on different sites. So for Scribd, for example, is one I would recommend for sharing PDFs. It showed up higher in the results than a lot of the other PDF sharing sites, except SlideShare also accepts PDFs, and SlideShare was higher in the Alexa results. But I think that we're going to be sharing, since we're going to be sharing our presentation on SlideShare, it's almost redundant to share the PDF as well. I mean, I've read articles where people share their PDF and the presentation both on here. That's entirely up to you. Now, one thing you can do with SlideShare is when you upload your presentation, you can actually turn that presentation into a video of sorts, like almost like a screencast, sort of like I'm doing right now. And that's called a slidecast. And what it is you essentially you take your presentation and then you layer on some audio, and then you could decide where the next slide shows up in accordance to the audio. So they have all these tools built in to make that happen. I'll give you a quick preview here. This is a slidecast about creating slidecasts. So basically she just talks over top of the presentation, but what that meant, to do that, she had to upload her presentation first and then link to an MP3 file. So that MP3 file, you could upload the MP3 file as well, but to link to it, you can link to your existing source on SoundCloud or download it from there and upload it to SlideShare. So then essentially what this creates is a video for us. Now, you can't export that and then upload it to YouTube. That would be great if we could, but what you could do is use screen capture software like I'm using here, Screencast-O-Matic, for example, and you can have the sound go directly into the screencast rather than out the speakers and into the microphone. That wouldn't be very quality, but you can actually change the settings on your operating system so that the sound goes into the screencast. So then your screencast would essentially be your slidecast. So you could put your screencast window around the slidecast and let it play out, and then in the end result would be a video. And if you're using Screencast-O-Matic, as soon as you're done recording, you could put in your watermark, logo, or whatever it is you want. You could do whatever edits you need to do, and then upload that immediately to YouTube directly from the Screencast-O-Matic account. You can have it upload right to YouTube. So that's that. Now the last bit. So we got audio now. We got a presentation in the form of a slidecast. We got a PDF file. We can record video with Screencast-O-Matic. And then the next step is, now what we want to do is create a blog post or an article from that audio. And that involves transcription. So you basically sit there and listen to the audio and type it out. But For me, and I don't know about you, for me, that's not exciting work. That's not something I enjoy doing. I'd rather just talk and have the other elements. Like, I don't mind clicking around and uploading and publishing and doing those sorts of things, but as far as sitting there listening to audio and typing everything out, that's not for me. But luckily, there's a website, Fiverr. I'm sure you heard of it, fiverr.com, Fiverr.com, and there's a lot of people that will do transcription. Lots of people. They'll deliver a high quality transcript for $5. Now it depends on how many minutes. This one in particular, 10 minutes for $5. Some will even create a French transcription. I'm not sure about this one, but you'd have to look at the details. Just click it and you can look at the details. But some I found will actually convert to a different language on the fly. So not only will they transcribe it, but they'll transcribe it in a different language for you if you wanted. So you can get somebody transcribing in French, Spanish, English, all at the same time. You can get different people. You just link them over to your audio on SoundCloud, and they can download it or do it right from SoundCloud, and then they'll transcribe it for you. And it's, I mean, I've worked with one person on here for transcription, and I'll continue to work with that same person. The result was very, very good. There was no spelling errors at all. You could tell she did a lot of this stuff manually. I ended up having to spend about 5 or 10 minutes cleaning it up, and it was over 2,000 words. It was a lot, and like I just had to clean up a little bit of this stuff because she couldn't really understand what I was saying in the audio. And she actually, when she submitted the content to me, she submitted it in a Word document, and she bolded the areas where she wasn't really confident that it was accurate. So I was able to scan through there. But I'm a perfectionist. I actually went through the entire thing. But if you wanted to jump really quick to the bolded spots, if that's what your transcriber does, then you have you can pull it off a lot quicker. Now, there's lots, as I said, there's a lot of people willing to transcribe. This one will transcribe, this lady will transcribe 15 minutes of MP3 or video for $5. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. There's lots of people willing to do the work for us. Okay, so just go to Fiverr.com for that part of it. And that's all I got for today. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.